this week on The Isaac Carree Show.
Until you lose a spouse, this is a different type of loss altogether. I lost my father. I've lost my grandparents. I've lost, friends, close friends, but a spouse just cuts deeper. It's who you plan life with. It's who you plan your happy ever after with, and to have all of that come and just snatched from you without preparation. It's not like he was sick and we knew what we were dealing with.
Yeah.
We're talking about, see you later, babe. Okay. And that never happens.
First off, they done get that boy a show. Some of y'all like, hell nah. But heaven only knows what he gon' say. On any given day, it might be cray. Still gonna be at church on Sunday, yeah. It's about life and love and all of the above, yeah. Only God can judge, that ain't me. You can speak your truth, ain't nothing they can do. It's a safe space with Isaac Carree. Ooh-wee. The Isaac Carree Show. Get ready for the Isaac Carree Show.
Yo, welcome to the Isaac Carree Show. Make some noise! Yo, it's the show where we promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help us God. That's it. I'm telling you right now, this show is about to be good. Y'all say he said it every episode because all my shows are good.
That's right.
We don't have no throwaway shows. Every guest, every show is amazing because we put thought to it and we bring to you people that we know you love, that I know, that I vibe with. So that's why the shows are good. So do me a favor. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Hit that button. Y'all know where I'm going. I'm going to my plaque. Y'all helped me get over 100,000 subscribers last season. I'm trying to get to that million. I want that gold plaque. So the next season, we can put that over the Isaac Carree thing right here because I just need the world to know. So tell everybody it's going down. I have a very special guest. She's actually my birthday twin. I'm gonna get to the bottom of this today because I need to know who's the oldest. But we were born on the same day, exactly the same year. And we are connected, but I need to know I'm gonna find out who's the eldest because the respect level is gonna shift. If I'm older, then her respect level needs to come up for me. If she's older, then I need to bring mine down. It's April Daniels. She's an entrepreneur, author, speaker, and wellness advocate whose life reflects resilience, faith, and purpose. She is the wife of the late legendary songwriter and producer LaShawn Daniels and has continued to honor his legacy while boldly stepping into her own calling. Following LaShawn's passing, April became a powerful voice for grief awareness, emotional healing, and mental wellness, especially within creative and faith communities. Through her writing, speaking, and advocacy, she helped individuals navigate loss, rebuild identity, and rediscover hope after life-altering transitions. April is the founder of the Rock Out With Me campaign, an initiative designed to empower and unite women by creating platforms for encouragement, leadership, and community building. The campaign has included multi-city event and partnerships with organizations such as Ebony Magazine, celebrating women's achievement and fostering connections. As a businesswoman and creative, April has also been instrumental behind the scenes in artist development and brand strategy, drawing from years of experience alongside one of music's most influential hit makers. Her work today centers on helping people heal forward, live intentionally, and find purpose beyond pain. April Daniels and her three sons, Jet, Omar, and Tyshawn, stand as a testament to strength, grace, and transformation, carrying both legacy and light into a new chapter that continues to impact lives across music, faith, and wellness spaces. Y'all make some noise one time for April Daniels! Yeah! Sis, you came.
I
called,
and
you
I
came.
That's right. You know, I'm just a phone call away.
I already know you've always said that.
I lay low, but when you need me, I'm there.
Period. So check it. I want to start here because I think it's important.
Okay.
April and I share the same birthday.
We do.
April 28th. We were born on the same year.
Yes. We
None
don't
of your
need to tell
business.
them the year.
None
That's
of your
right.
business. But April, I know what time I was born.
Me too.
Oh.
But
Okay.
since this is your platform, I'm going to let you do the honors and go
Okay,
first.
so I'm going to go first. So I was born at 12:14 p.m. in the afternoon. That's me.
12:14.
12:14.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, you're going to have to look up to me because I was 9:15 a.m.
Oh my God! She was born 3+ hours before me. Jesus, you're so old. Like, what was the world like when you came into it?
I know,
Because 3
right?
hours later was
Like,
different.
TVs was black and white.
Yo, that's crazy. Me and April have been saying this for probably like 15 years. Like, we're going to do a joint birthday party together. We're going to do a birthday party. Y'all was living in
your
LA
guest
then.
list wasn't right, so I couldn't do
My
that.
guest list was off, honey, and thank God we did not do it.
Now we can talk about
We
it.
can talk about it now because we got the same guest list.
Yes. Let us not
Oh
be
my God.
petty.
Yes. So April,
Yeah.
let's start. I want to do this interview in different phases because
Okay.
people love you, people know you, and for those who connected you with Shiz, I want to make sure that people know you first.
Okay.
We'll go through this whole transition, but how did it start for you? Where are you from? What was your upbringing like?
Ooh, I am from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I'm a Philly girl.
Did you know that, Dom? So she's from
I'm a
Philly.
Okay, I didn't know. What part of Philly? Logan. Okay, so
Hood,
I was.
rats,
That's not.
right?
Don't do that.
Is that a good side of town?
Yes, well, it depends, cause like everything, like when we was growing up, it was a great Philadelphia, but now it's like any area
Okay.
has some problems.
So
spots
where
and
what
whatnot.
part of Philly you from?
So I was born and raised in Philly. I grew up actually in Montgomery County. That's where I was raised.
Okay.
Then I moved up to Cheltenham. But I was always in Southwest Philly and West Philly because
Okay.
my grandparents and my best friend lived down there.
I did not know you was from Philly.
Yeah.
You don't talk like them.
No.
You don't be like Young Bull and
Maybe I
Jones.
got out of there early enough. Because I left Philadelphia when I was like 19.
Got you.
Yeah.
Got you.
But then I grew up. I went to like all the Abington Friends School, Jenkintown. My dad didn't play that with the education.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I wasn't amongst my peoples.
Got
I
you,
was with
got
other
you.
folks. Yeah.
So what was your life like coming up as a child? Like what was your upbringing like?
Well, it was a very exciting home. Maybe not for all the right reasons, but it was me for a long time because my mother, I have an older sister, different father, but she ended up living with her grandmother.
Okay.
So I was kind of like an only child for a period of time. And I was spoiled rotten.
I believe it.
Yeah, daddy's girl.
Uh-huh.
And I was always inquisitive, adventurous, always kind of push the envelope to do the things that most people wouldn't take a chance and do. Like straight out of high school, I was like, I'm going to California. And people was like, what? Like, who does that? I was like, me. And it wasn't for college. I went in a relationship out to California and broke up 3 weeks later and was like, I'm not going back. And then that's just when God kind of, navigated me through life. And I just kind of did some great things there. I did hair for music videos and celebrities. I opened up a hair salon. I met LaShawn out there.
Yeah.
So it was really good to me.
That's
But
crazy.
yeah, growing up, pretty much, I knew Philadelphia wasn't where I wanted to stay very early on.
Wow.
Yeah.
So before the music, the cameras, and all the things, all the exciting things that happen in life, tell me about your teenage years, your college years. Like what type of person
so I
was
didn't go
April?
to college.
Okay,
And
you
that
didn't go to
is
college.
one thing I regret to this day.
Me too,
I did
April.
not go to
I
college.
never went.
Listen, I went to college with one of my best friend's cousins and would stay in her dorm with her for like weeks at a time.
But you
But I wasn't enrolled and didn't go to college. I was like, where was my parents? But this is the thing. My father got incarcerated when I was 10.
Okay.
And so he was pretty much not present in my life up until about 20, he came home from prison. So from 10 to 20, my father wasn't in my life. And before he went to prison, I was really close with him. So it was kind of like a shell shock, like, whoa, you
traumatic.
know. Yeah, and trying to figure it out. My mom, who was a housewife, had to find work and take care of us. So it really was me, for the most part, being with my grandparents or my older sister. Because obviously when that relationship with my mom and dad ended, I was back at my grandmother's with my sister. And so, you know, I got to be around her more. But yeah, it was quite like, now I can look back in hindsight and be like, I survived. That wasn't really a happy childhood once my dad got arrested. But, you know, I was always a character. So I always knew how to take lemons and make lemonade.
Yeah.
You're the source of my strength. And you are the strength of my life. And I lift my hands.
Yeah.
In total praise to you.
I was the one that would, in front of everybody, pretend to be three characters. I'd be like, who you talking? And turn the other way and be like, well, this is what I did. Like, I mean, I was always that girl that had an audience.
Yeah.
So I wasn't afraid to take chances.
I love that.
I used to do hair in school, in high school, and everybody in the neighborhood used to come and get their hair done by me. So when I went to California, I was like, I'm going to hair school.
Wow.
I'm going to open up a hair salon. And I did all of that. And I worked on TV sets and didn't have no business working on them because I wasn't in the union. But they loved me enough that, you know,
Right.
I got in there. And so I just always adventurous, you know. I always tell my kids, I wish I could find that crazy April that was just like, take life by the horns and just go for it. Because golly, as you get older, you be like, my joints hurt. I ain't got time for that. I might start sweating. It's just too much, you know? So I thank God that I was able to, you know, find the rainbow in the circumstances.
So let me go here. How did you meet Shiz? How did you meet Big Shiz, LaShawn Daniels? How did you meet him? This is...
I met him on the set of Act Like You Know, Natalie Wilson in SOP.
Yes, okay.
Yes. So I used to do Natalie's hair all the time.
Okay.
And they had the song that he was featured in.
Yes.
And so the day that they were shooting, we was on the set and he just kept messing with me. I was like, just if you're attracted to me, just come over here and just speak. Stop playing and messing with me. But you know him. He was always a jokester. So he did that the entire day. After we finished, I packed my bag and I left because I always did that. Like I wasn't
right. You weren't hanging out
around. No, that wasn't the reputation. You was going to connect with me. And so Natalie called me and was like, "Where you at?" I said, "I'm on the 101." Had no. She said, "Sean was looking for you." I was like, "Oh well, I'm not coming back." But tell him,
tell him what's up.
Tell him I said maybe next time we can, you know, we's in town talk or something. I don't know. I couldn't really remember all of that, but I just refused to go back. And so the next time I saw him, they were recording.
Okay.
And Natalie asked me to come and do her hair, and I had no idea Sean was there. And so I was doing her hair, and he popped in. He was in with Trinity, and he popped in and was like, "Oh, so you ran off last time. Now I get to talk to you and whatnot." And so he was like, "You know, when you going to let me take you out?" And I was like, "You can have my number." And the rest is history.
Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I remember those days, like
they
Natalie
were
and
some good times, wasn't it? Oh my gosh!
I
mean, you nonstop laughter.
Yes,
that's when everybody was in their right mind.
Yeah,
it was just so much fun. I don't know what happened.
So you met him on the set.
I did.
Then came back. Okay, what stood out about him that made you be like, okay, you can have my number? Like, and then as you guys got to know each other, like, what was the thing that made you be like, I like him?
He made me laugh. His laughter, his humor. Like, I remember as much as he messed with me, I just enjoyed his energy and just spending the day with him because they sent me in there to go and groom his hair. So that's when I first met him. Yeah, he had. Now, everybody think I made his hair go away, but that's hereditary.
Okay.
He did have hair. He had these little twists.
Yes, I remember.
And he was like, they needed his grooming in his face because I was like, I can't do the twist. If he needs that, I'm not your girl. So they was like, no, they just need you to shape him up. So I went in there and, he was in there with Rodney and they were, small talk, and he started right from the door, shooting from the hip. I was like, dang, I just met you. You over here. But, I knew what it was, but I was just like, and kept it moving. But
so what was life like as the career began to take off? Like Dark Child was different.
Well, he was already in that place.
So they were already gone.
Yeah, they were really like in the thick of it.
Yeah.
So when he was leaving, it was crazy because he was always in LA spending so much time, but I hadn't known him then.
Mm-hmm.
I met him when they were leaving LA.
Okay.
So then they went from LA to Miami to work on Brandy and Michael Jackson.
Right.
So I ended up spending more time with him while he was in Miami.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was different. He was the first music, guy in music like that I really, dealt with. And
how did you fit in with that? Like, cause he's already gone. Like the name, the cachet, Dark Child, it was everywhere. The world knew who they were, right? And that was and you remember this. That was a day and time when producers were bigger than artists,
right?
Like producer, it was like producer's name would be in front of the artist.
Absolutely,
it's like they were charging more and making more than the artists were. Yeah, and so. What was it like joining forces and then y'all got married? It's like, yo, this is crazy.
Well, what's crazy is I didn't know any of who he was when I met him.
No way.
God honest truth. I didn't know nothing about Dark Child. I didn't know, my ear wasn't in line with the musical side of the world like that. Like, you hear a song, I'm like, oh, that's my song, but I'm not looking at who
wrote it, right?
Yeah, So I was totally oblivious to it. And so, but they was like, you know who he is? I was like, who is he? I don't know. He the guy that made me laugh. I totally had no clue. So,
So when you found out, like.
I found out when I went to Miami and he was recording with Michael. And he set up this
Michael Jackson.
Yes, he set up this whole skit with Michael, and it was just crazy. So I was going to, what was it? The Hit Factory? Is that
yes,
what it was?
The Hit
I was
Factory.
going to the Hit Factory, and I flew in, and he was like, "I'm gonna have you come to the studio." I was like, "Okay, I'll come to the studio." But again, I'm like, "Okay, I know who Brandy is. He's down here working with Brandy, but that's the extent of it, So I get to the studio. And the lady at the desk was like, oh, he'll be out in a minute. You can have a seat in the little waiting area. I was like, okay. So I'm sitting there and Michael Jackson walks in. And I'm like,
I gotta go. I gotta go.
He walks in. And I never really I've never told this story on a public platform before. But he comes in the room and he's like, oh, hi, how are you? And I'm like, Michael Jackson. I'm like, girl, don't be acting like no groupie. Get yourself together.
It's Michael Jackson.
Right. So I'm like, hello. He's like, hey, I was just coming out here to let you know Sean will be with you in a minute. So Sean sent him out on purpose to do this whole skit. This is all a skit. Me not knowing. I'm like, oh, okay. So he was like, but I'm going to just sit out here and talk to you while you
April,
wait.
Stop playing with me. Don't
God
do this.
God honest truth. So he's sitting out there talking to me. Now I'm sitting there and it's crazy because I'm like, he doesn't look like anything on these tabloids. This is what I'm thinking, because you know how the Inquirer and all of that. And they used to make it seem like his nose was about to fall off and all this crazy stuff. So I'm just mesmerized at the fact that I'm looking at this man and I'm like, he doesn't look like anything that I've seen in all these magazines. And then I'm like, this is Michael Jackson. Like, I wish Instagram was out back then. So I'm like, who's gonna believe this?
Who's gonna believe
okay, so you can't take out your two-way page and be like, take a picture. What you taking a picture
right.
with? Like, so I'm just, okay. He's like, yeah, so, I was thinking, we probably should get something to eat after that. And I'm like,
April, stop playing.
Is this man really sitting out here talking to me? Like, I'm blown away because at this point, I don't even know what I'm saying back to him because I'm just like, this is Michael Jackson.
Right.
So then Sean comes out and he's like, okay, Mike, I got it from here. He was like, what? He said, this wasn't what I told you to come out here and say to her. You out here a little too long talking to her. He was like, Sean, I just want to make sure you're not messing with lions, tigers, and bears anymore. And then they kind of chuckled and he was like, all right, get out of here, man. But it was crazy. He spent at least like 25, 30 minutes out there with me.
No, April, Michael
Honest to
Jackson.
God. Yes, he's just sitting there talking to me like, I'm Diana Ross or somebody. I'm like, what in the world? I don't know
Are
what
y'all
to do.
as blown away as I am?
Yeah. So Sean was like, I told you come out here and tell her I'll be out in a minute. He wasn't supposed to sit down and talk to me and do all that he did. So that's why Sean was like, this wasn't part of the skit, but he was really a cool guy.
He never even told me this story. That is crazy.
Oh
so
my-
it's true that Rock My World was written about you.
Yes. I was the inspiration.
My life never be the same.
Yes.
Girl, you came and changed. Way you walk, way you talk. Sean wrote that about you.
Yes.
Yo, y'all not getting this nowhere. What other podcast you gonna go get this type of information?
No one, because I ain't sharing
This
this story
woman
with
is
nobody.
the inspiration for Rock My World, Michael Jackson song.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
That's super cool. So April, when was the last time you heard that song just randomly?
Just randomly, probably 2 days ago. When I'm out, it's the craziest thing. I feel like Sean talks to me through music. I can be anywhere, any place, and songs will come on that I know he wrote. And I'm just like, I feel like it's just a moment. God is just like sending me a little kiss. Here you go. And it's the craziest thing. For instance, when Jet was going to college, I really didn't know, is this the school he should be going to? I'm like, if Sean was here, would he be co-signing this? Or would he be like, no, absolutely. We was just so at odds with like, but we were there. Okay, let's go. As soon as we walked into the first building for the welcome speech, Never Lost, Elevation, the last song he worked on, was playing on the loudspeaker.
He was like, boom.
Like, what is the chances of that? And I was like, he's giving us his seal of approval. I'm like, okay. So I can be different places. Sometimes my heart is more heavier than others.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and God just Brandy, boom, Whitney's anybody that he's worked with, he'll just randomly play it. And I promise you, it feels like I have never heard these songs out in public unless he was playing them in the car. Or, you know what I mean? So it's just, I don't know. I feel like it's God just sending a little hug every now and again.
Y'all give it up for that right there. Yo, that is crazy. I would just imagine you sitting in a restaurant or something and Rock My World come on and you like, and nobody knows, but it's like,
nobody, right.
And they over there, you'd be like, that's me, nigga, that's me.
It was a young lady on Instagram and she did a little skit with her friend and they were dancing in the street and I liked it and I was like, oh, this is so good. And she was like, did you do one? Totally oblivious. I was like, girl, I'm not even paying attention to you. I'm talking about the song.
Yeah, did you do what, honey? You doing your song to me. That is so good.
No,
that is such a beautiful love story.
It's such a blessing to have. Music is a universal language.
Absolutely.
And it's such a blessing to have like his legacy still live through the music we hear every day. Like the difference a song can make just listening to it.
So how has life been transitioning your life in the aftermath of his passing and everything? Like it's just like I've never even talked to you about this because I don't do good with death, period. I don't think nobody's like signing up like I do well with death.
Yeah, no.
But I suck at it.
Yeah.
In a horrible way.
Yeah.
And I remember the night I got the call, I was in Atlanta, get ready to walk on stage and perform, and I got a call. And I just hit the floor. I broke down because the day before that call, we were on the phone for an hour.
I was going to say, did you talk to him?
I talked to him for an hour and 15 minutes because you and Shiz were driving up from Charlotte to be in my video for her.
Oh,
y'all remember y'all did that little thing?
Yes.
And I put it at the end of the video.
Yes.
Y'all were coming to be in the video. And so we were talking that whole day because Shiz was horrible with returning calls.
Yeah, he was.
Oh, he sucked.
And remembering dates.
And remember dates. So I called him that day. We talked for a whole hour laughing, joking, acting stupid, da. So when I got the call, of course, I lost it. I was like, oh my God, it was just the worst thing ever. Because I hadn't experienced loss with anybody close.
Yeah.
You know, like a family member that was like distant family member, somebody, but like somebody that was like I did life with. That was the first experience I'd ever had at that.
Yeah. And
it was so bad. So for you, life after that, like how have you transitioned? How have you had to move and maneuver? And you can go as deep or not, as I don't want to make you feel uncomfortable, but I just want to know because I can't imagine.
Yeah. It's definitely been, it's been a roller coaster. It's like being on a roller coaster blindfolded. Some parts of the ride, it's like, okay, I can handle this. And then when that drop comes, it's like, oh, no, I can't. I need support. I need, something to get me through this. And then it's the loop and you're like, oh, I lost my breath. So it's been a plethora of emotions for me. I think, you try to persevere, obviously I'm a woman of faith and, we built our marriage on faith and the principles of God. But there are some days where it feels like that is not enough. 100%. And I'm just being honest.
Oh, please.
Everybody is like, the sun will rise tomorrow. Listen.
Yeah. Yeah, that ain't helping me.
Until you lose a spouse, this is a different type of loss altogether. I lost my father. I've lost my grandparents. I've lost, friends, close friends, but a spouse just cuts deeper. It's who you plan life with. It's who you plan your happy ever after with, and to have all of that come and just snatched from you without preparation. It's not like he was sick and we knew what we were dealing with. We're talking about, see you later, babe. Okay. And that never happened. So it's definitely taken me through some loops and some drops and some pleasant moments where I can say, you got this, girl. Yeah. But it's not always like that, And just when you think you get grief figured out, there's this quick right that just takes you on a whole nother route, and it's like it just happened yesterday. So some days I'm feeling great, some days I may look like I'm overcoming, and then there's other days where I feel like it just happened yesterday. Yeah. So it's very unpredictable. But I'm like, God, I know, wasn't punishment, and I know, my history with you keeps me locked in.
That's good.
You got to hold on to that.
You got to.
Because if you don't have no history, I don't even know how people can survive the things or sustain the things that they're going through, because there's some days that I do want to be angry. There's some days where I'm grateful, but for the most part of it, I just try to stay rooted on, him. You are his child. You've seen his work. You are a fan of his work. He loves you. Your history with him. Remember those moments. Remember what Sean stood for. Remember the principles that he would be speaking right now if he could. Absolutely. And so that's what keeps me going. Yeah, yeah. What have you understood about yourself in this shift? Like, what's something that he's like when I say that, I mean like, do you realize that how there are days where you were like, I'm stronger than I thought I was? Yeah. Or I didn't even think I could do this. Yeah. And I'm doing it. Yeah. Have you had those moments? I have. I've had those moments where I'm like, okay, you got this. Wherever this strength is coming from, obviously God, but like wherever I'm able to pull and get it to lock in with me, I've got it. But then there's days where I'm like, I don't want to be this strong anymore. Like, I just want some happiness. I want to be able to just have we're going on 7 years. I want 7 years of just extreme joy and floating around here like, woo, thank you, Lord, and it's been a journey trying to find that. We had moments, like when Omar got engaged, he was very intentional with the time of year, the time of month, just to kind of substitute what we've had for so long as like, oh, here comes September, the first week of September. We know the emotions is getting ready to open up a river, and, we just wanted something just to offset what that meant to make it mean something new and to give it life. And so, I don't know. Yeah, I get all the time. You're one of the strongest people. I'm like, listen.
Yeah, if you
I'm
only
tired
do.
of being strong.
I'm
I'm
tired
tired
of
of being the doctor, the lawyer, the husband, the milkman. Listen, I want to be soft. I feel like, like it's a struggle to get to my soft girl era because I feel like I got to do all these other hard things.
Yes.
And
That's
I don't
real.
want to, and I'm like, I try to be conscious because I don't want to become hard and bitter and just rough and concrete and it's very it is very difficult to make sure that you don't go into those areas because it just the unpredictable,
Yeah, it's a rabbit hole you don't want to go down.
Yeah.
What's up, family? If you're looking for a full-service entertainment agency with 13 years of professional business experience that handles live production, event planning, business coordinating, it's a one-stop shop. It does everything. You want to go to HannonEntAgency.com. It's my producer, Bo. He'll get you right. Hannon Entertainment. Let's go. You did a video a few years back now that went crazy, went viral. I was sitting at my house crying. It was the craziest thing when you found out when I think Omar passed the bar.
Yes.
You did that video, April, and when y'all opened that thing up, and if I remember correctly, was there a picture or something of Shiz behind?
Yes. Everybody was like, "Why Rick Ross on the wall?" I was like, "That's not Rick Ross, you dummy."
That's my husband, you fool. But April, that video, and I'm gonna tell you my interpretation of that video.
Yeah.
Of course, you were ecstatic because Omar passed the bar, but it was almost like, Shiz, we did it.
Yeah.
Like we did it. It was almost like, and I don't know if you intentionally said we're gonna do it here because his picture is here.
No. None of that day was intentional. None of it. Actually, Jet was like, "Let's record it." And we was like,
That was you, Jet? That's crazy.
But a lot of people cut Jet off at the end because he turns the camera to himself and he gives a thumbs up.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people cut that part, so you never really saw Jet unless somebody kept the whole
original
edit. But a little bit backstory. The painting on the wall, Omar's now fiance's father, who's not an artist, he's an attorney as well, but he did that as a hobby and painted that picture of Sean for Omar. Yeah, and he nailed it. He nailed it.
It was amazing.
Yes.
So I'm sitting there like,
yeah.
Shiz.
And it looks like the reaction he would have gave had he been there in that moment. So
I would never forget that. And I was it gave me so much hope. It lifted my spirit.
Yeah.
I was like, man, in spite of everything that you've had to endure and everything that you're going through and the ebbs and flows of grieving, God is still faithful.
Yes, he is.
And he's still answering prayers and he's still moving even on the boys. And it's like,
yes.
And it just shows a level of endurance and strength that God has given you and bestowed on you to just keep going.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to bring that video up because I was like, it was a staple.
Yes.
And the world went crazy.
They have, and it's still to this day, it resurfaces every so many, months or weeks, and people are like, that happened a long time ago, but Jet was like, let's record it. We was like, okay. But what happens if he was like, then we don't use it? We're like, oh yeah, that's right. But it was his first time taking the bar, and the backstory behind that, the first time. But this is what people don't know. He lost Sean in the middle of law school.
Ugh.
He did not stop. He kept going. He didn't take a break after his passing, which we were all encouraging him, like, just take a break for you.
It's okay to take a break.
Yeah. He was like, no, Sean would want me to keep going. He kept going. Then COVID happened. They didn't give him a graduation. They didn't give me a refund either, but they didn't give a graduation.
That's your camera right there. Say it again, April.
They didn't give a refund either.
Period.
Talking about we gonna make it up to him. They never made it up to any of the kids from the law school. So he graduated UCLA, and he had to take the bar. So now they're pushing the bar back more and more because of COVID. By the time he took the bar, I think it was it January, I think, or almost September? It was almost a year.
Okay.
That he finally got a chance to take it from his original date. Then they were like, you have to find an office or a location for you to take it because you can't come out to a facility and take it like no. So it was so many monkey wrenches being thrown into the situation. So he ended up taking it finally, and he took it his first time. And I believe African Americans make up like 4% of lawyers. And so in California, so he was able to pass it, and he had a job already waiting for him when
Let's go.
Yeah, went into the workforce. But yeah,
y'all make some noise for Omar.
Yes.
That's amazing.
He's Forbes 30 under 30. So
Forbes 30 under 30?
Yes.
What kind of law?
Yes, entertainment law.
Oh, I'm calling him. Hey, Omar.
But he's big law. Big law.
What that mean?
So
ain't
big.
big? The Isaac Carree Show ain't big?
No.
Hold on, April, what does that mean? Big law, nigga, you too little.
No, not like that. So he does it for like companies and big entities like Netflix or Sony, that type, as opposed to like
Isaac
individuals. No, he might look out for you.
Come on, Omar.
But people tend to think that he's just like he does it individual basis for people, but he does it more for.
So basically, he gets to the money.
He's doing well for himself.
God is faithful.
God is faithful.
Yo, that's so dope. I love it. Okay, let me shift here. I already know the answer to this. Did your circle change?
Circle? I don't have a circle anymore. I have a dot. It's a dot.
It changed after Sean's passing.
Yes,
Yeah,
it did.
It
changed before I knew it changed. Yes.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
It changed before I knew it changed. Unfortunately, while I was planning, my husband's, final homegoing and all of that, I found out that maybe 70% of the people that he called friends were already spearheading roundtable discussions about what I should have done and what I should have did and where I should have had it and where I should lay him I mean, it was just the craziest thing. So I'm thinking, I gave you the privilege, because this is one thing that happened. When Sean passed away, I knew I could handle it April's way, or I could handle it the way Sean wanted me to. And I chose to handle it the way Sean would want me to. I called people I knew wasn't his friends, but who he had allowed them to believe that they were the best of friends. I called and did everything the way I know my husband would have wanted me to. And I did that intentionally because people like to say that I'm the mean one, or I'm the one that controls Sean, or, anything to that capacity other than maybe he just didn't want to fool with you, but maybe he did use me for the bait so that that's all right.
Yeah.
I don't mind.
Yeah.
But instead of you looking at it through a full lens, you'll look at it through the lens in which you want to make me out to be who you want to make me out to be. So it was a lot of people stuck in their opinion of what they felt I should have done. All of this was going on while we're planning, while I'm opening my home and letting people come in and stay in my home to be a part of what I'm planning for my husband. So I didn't know this at the time it was going on, but those who did see it told me when the, dust settled on everything. But I'm like, it was unfortunate that people couldn't pull it together long enough because he was my why. I didn't have to do what I did. I could have been like, no, because I really know who you are. And that's the end of discussion. No is a full sentence.
Period.
But I was like, Sean would want me to be.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be. And I don't regret it, but I just felt like you couldn't do that for him. How can you say he means so much to you, but you got my name in your mouth talking crazy about me and he not even laid the rest yet? So it was very eye-opening.
Absolutely.
It really confirmed more than anything, but our circle is very small now.
Yeah.
At first, it was a little bit disheartening because, you know, we've always been like the center, the nucleus, you know, like we've always thought friends and family and have people around you and have a good time. That was who we were. But if it means I get to keep my peace in exchange for those people, I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that.
I'm just more so disappointed that you couldn't pretend long enough for him.
Eesh. That's a sad reality.
Yeah.
I had the privilege of being in a group with Sean, and a group that came out but never really came out because Brandon and Sean just drug their feet because they had a way of how they saw it and how they wanted it to happen, and I'm like, just put the music on. No, he's calling me Shiz. Shizzy. No. Trust me. I got this.
Beat, yeah.
And so it never came out. So
y'all was like a one-hit wonder.
It was a one-hit wonder. We did 2 songs. We did.
You did.
We did Christmas, Let Us Know by Boys and Men.
No,
we did that
not
over.
that one.
Which one? We did Oh My God.
Oh My God, and then it was another one.
Oh, that's right. The one we did the video on the rooftop.
Yes.
I forgot that
What
song.
was that one?
Oh, All I Want Is You. Yeah,
Yes.
the Miguel song. We did that over. Yes.
Yeah.
So we did that, and so I had a chance. First of all, April, you probably don't even know this. I tormented your husband. I was the little bro. I think I'm older than Shiz. Right? So I was the big brother that tormented him. Like, we've been in studio sessions. I would be tickling him and pulling him out of chairs. I got all the videos too. Pulling him out of chairs and he'd be throwing stuff.
You need that energy, though.
Oh, yo.
You need that energy. With that group, you definitely need it.
Baby, honey. What I tell you?
You definitely needed that energy.
And so it was that. So I had a front row seat of all of it. And I tried to be optimistic. I tried to have hope. And but here's my conviction. People sometimes love to put themselves in seats that don't belong to you.
Yeah.
Like, at what point does your humanity, does your intelligence say, that's her husband?
Yeah.
My say so don't matter. And even if I have an opinion, it's if I'm not asked, you don't share. Isn't that common sense?
I can never imagine someone losing their spouse and I come in and say, well, you know, you're doing this wrong. What?
Not, what do you think I should do? And then they say, well, I didn't ask you.
How about this? What can I do for you?
Yeah.
What do you need me to do?
How can I help?
Never that. It was, he would want everybody here. Would he? Because when we lay down that night and talk on this pillow, it didn't include what you're saying, but you feel like you know him better than me. Oh, okay. You know, so it was just crazy. All of the things I ended up finding out.
That's a demonic spirit of entitlement.
Yeah.
It's a demonic spirit of entitlement that people feel like that I have a relationship that's stronger than his spouse. Like, in your right mind, that don't make sense. And so it's the arrogance of it. In your wrong
mind, it don't make sense.
It's the arrogance of your comfortability
Yeah.
that made you feel like that was cool. So my next question is, how have you now decided to access, who has access to you? Who has access to your life? Who has access to your family? I know you said your circle is like a dot now, which I feel you on that, because I only have people in my life now that value me and I value.
Yeah.
I've lost friends, some by choice, some by force, right?
Yeah.
But how have you said, hey, this is what I'm allowing. It is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't.
Yeah. I think for me, the proof is in the pudding.
Yeah.
Who have you been? What's your consistency look like?
Yeah.
Because I don't need you to come and, check on me 24/7 or kiss my behind or, hey, pick me. Look, I don't need all of that. I just need consistency. If you're the friend that calls me every month, so be it. Every year, so be it. Let it be consistent.
Yeah.
I think, who you are when I leave the room makes a difference. Are you protecting my name or are you chiming in on the conversations that take away from who I am? And it's unfortunate because some friendships I didn't want to give up, but I saw that their tree wasn't bearing fruit.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, yeah, you weren't never for me. You were for LaShawn and you tolerated me.
Ooh.
And now that he's gone, you really could care less.
Ooh.
And that's fine too, because I tolerated you as well. I didn't like you either. So I feel you on that. But let's not be fake.
Yes,
you
don't
know,
be fake.
it's okay if this is where it stops, but be mature enough to say that.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody has to stay friends for forever.
Yeah.
But I just think how you handle people speaks volumes about who you really are.
Yeah, how you are.
Yeah.
Now, I've seen a lot of creative talent, but what sets Chase Media apart is leadership behind the creativity. Chase doesn't just make things look good. He builds systems that make creativity sustainable. Through creative consulting, video editing, production direction, team training, visual branding, and musical production, he helps organizations move from scattered ideas to clear execution. Check it. If your vision is strong, but your structure isn't, he brings alignment. If your team has potential but lacks direction, he brings leadership. Chase Media doesn't just elevate your content, it elevates your culture. If you're serious, and I mean really serious about growth, that's who to call. He did it for me, and I know he can do it for you. Check out the lower third for all the ways to connect with Chase Media.
Oh, let's shift, because I ain't about to live there. I want to shift to this. Let's talk about, we talked about Omar. I want to talk about Jet. I want to talk about Tyshawn.
Okay.
So I was talking to you a few months back, and we were just talking about something, we talked about Jet, and you was like, Ike, you gotta see him. It's like, you said God has a sense of humor. It's like Sean is here.
Yeah.
You said I was saying something to Jet upstairs, and he was responding to me, and I felt like I heard Sean talking to me. And you said you just started laughing. Like, what has that been like? Like, let's talk about Jet. He's here. We're gonna talk about you as if you're not in the building. But like, what is that like? He looks like him.
Oh my God.
His swag, everything. It's like, when I saw him just now, I was like, oh God. Like,
it's a blessing. It really is. I mean, obviously, I wasn't like, Lord, please let my child turn into his father and look like him. But literally, Jet went upstairs one day. It's like that movie Santa Claus. And remember, he kept morphing more and more into Santa Claus? That was Jet. He went upstairs one day. He came down. I was like, what happened? Like, you went upstairs looking like me and came down looking like your dad. Literally. And I was like, this is wild. And then just watching his mannerism, how he walks, you know, how Sean would walk and sometimes his head would be, that's Jet. And like, he was younger, so I don't know if he caught all the little things that his father did. But obviously he knows he mimics his dad a lot. But just even if I talk to him like on an intellectual level, his reasoning and how his mind works is like talking to Sean. His sense of humor, his timing of jokes is Sean. Some of the things he says sounds like Sean. So it's just really been a blessing to still kind of feel like you have his presence. Mm-hmm. But, you know, it also sometimes is like a stark reminder of, he's not with us anymore, you know? But he's just been, you know, one thing just like, I hate when people say I look like that. And I never...
Yeah. Yo, that's crazy.
I was like, we're going to be talking about Daddy. Are you sure you want to be on the set? He was like, I'm good.
I want to talk about my boy, because it's almost like I didn't want to talk about this.
Yeah.
But I wanted to talk about it because I feel like it's not more so about you. It's like somebody's watching.
Yeah.
That has not been able to put their finger on how to grieve and how to grieve properly.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Like, God has really used you in a special way. And unfortunately, but yet fortunately, you've had to sometimes grieve in public.
Yeah.
You know, you
that was the thing. I have shared my husband
with the world.
The world.
Yes.
When he passed away, to me, I was like, can I just have this? Can this just be mine? Can this be a moment where those closest to him and me, let it be intimate. Everything ain't got to be on a stage for everyone to see. And so, like, when all this stuff was happening, I'm like, guys, you're losing sight of the why. I can tell you right now, if Sean was standing there with me, he would have been like, don't, and he did, which I'll share that with you, but he would be like, don't put on to be putting on.
Yeah.
You know, he would.
Absolutely.
This ain't what that is.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, you know, I felt so bad that people were losing sight of that. It's like, come on,
Yeah.
like, we're all hurting right now.
Everybody.
You may be doing a little too much with your hurt, but let's just keep this in perspective.
Yeah, keep the main thing the main thing.
The main thing.
Well, I want to say, honestly, thank you for allowing me to be a part of the service. Like, I was able to speak. And I remember when I talked to you, you was like, I want you to be you.
Absolutely.
You was like, I
Because
want
you
you-
was like, well, what you want me to say?
I was like,
I'm
April, you was like, I want you to be you. And I got up there.
It was you.
And I was me. I brought laughter into the room in one of the
Yes.
most saddest, most hurtful moments. But I'll never forget. I got up that morning. I was thinking, like, what could I do to shift this whole thing? And I went up and I found like a Party City or something. And I found me like a wig. And I glued that thing, or I had a strap on around my ear, I had this big beard, and I put on my Clark Kent jacket that we had made, and I was able to just kind of like, it was just like, and then I remember when I was going back to my seat, I just broke down, because I was like, it took so much, but it was so much of an honor and it was the most beautiful service I've ever been to in my life. And it was done with so much class. It was so first class. So thank you. So let's move. Okay. So we talked about Jet. Jet's still doing music. You still doing your music thing?
A little bit.
Jet is not doing music.
You need to jump back in, bro.
No, he was really committed to it for a minute.
Yeah, it was.
And then he was kind of like off of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, I don't want to speak for him, but I think my observation was it was kind of like healing initially. But then there comes the realization that the most gifted musician in the family, who happens to be your father, is no longer here to contribute to your journey in music. And so I'm going to kind of step away from it because it's starting to mean something different to me now.
Makes sense.
Pretty much for him and Tashawn, they both kind of, because Ty was dropping singles every Friday. I was like, my gosh. And they were on point. And then he just kind of took a break from it. And I'm like, you good? Okay, come on now.
Yeah.
Don't lose yourself.
Yeah.
Like,
how have the boys been for you? Like all three of them. How have they been like holding you down, holding you up? Like what has that meant to you?
It's really been a blessing. I wanted a girl so bad. I remember I was like, Lord, just bless us with a girl. I want a girl. I want a girl. I already had boys. And we did not get our girl, but now I see why God did not give us a girl, because I don't know what that would have been like with the girl. But I know having sons, they have been very considerate to me as a single woman.
Yeah.
Just making sure that I'm good. Obviously Jet and Omar are my biological sons.
Yes.
And Tashawn is, I don't even like saying bonus son, but he's my son as well, but I didn't give birth to him. And so I get something different from all three of them.
Yeah.
Jet is the most sensitive out of my sons towards me.
Gotcha.
Omar is the make sure everything is in order and that
Structure,
mom is yes. And Tashawn is, he's a man of very little words, but his heart is always in the right place when we speak and we do get to see each other.
I love that.
I'm grateful for.
Okay,
all
let's talk
three.
about what are you working on? You have some amazing things coming up in 2026.
Yes,
God is doing something amazing, and I love the fact that I'm sure it's been ups and downs. Start, stop.
Yep.
What are you working on? Like, share with us what's coming down the pipeline.
I am working on my book that I've been working on for maybe 5 years now.
What's it called, April?
You ready?
Yes.
I have not shared this with anybody.
Yo, it's an exclusive. That was my horn.
Yes.
Shut up, Chase.
You rocked my world.
I gotta
go. That's the name of my book.
No, wait, that just did something to me. April, stop playing.
Yes.
You
That's the name
rock
of
my
it.
world.
Yes.
That
So that's
just-
the name of my baby. And it's been quite a journey. And, you know, when I first, it's actually been a form of therapy for me.
Okay.
Too. Because when I first started writing it, it was a V.C. Andrews tell-all. If there be thorns, I was throwing everybody under the bus.
Right.
Then I was like, no, this isn't who God wants you to be.
Mm-hmm.
Get yourself together.
Yeah.
Then pick up the pen once you do. And I had to keep writing different versions.
Yeah.
But now I'm to the place where I can tell the story in the way I believe God wants me to tell it.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's a book on grief. But I think the most difficult part for me now has been being able to be honest about my journey, but respectful to those that it will affect when they read it. Not the consumer, but the people involved.
God.
And so,
do you know how big of a person you have to be
yeah,
to say, God, give me the grace, give me the wisdom, give me the wherewithal to tell my truth, my story, even to people who may have done me wrong, because I want to protect the integrity of who I am, so don't kill them.
yeah,
That is
Yeah.
that's amazing, April.
yeah. And I didn't start out there, believe me, because I was like, I'm coming for your throat, your kidneys, your gut, everything. Like, you know,
Sure.
I was like, God dang it, I'm getting ready to tell everything. And
Right.
no, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You trying to help people, not egg them on to keep doing foolishness. Because
Right.
now I'll be a part of the problem if I put that version out. And so it took some, you know, time, and obviously life's a lot.
Yes.
And so, you know, I would find myself writing, and emotionally I would become a mess. Like, I don't even want to pick up the pen right now, because where that writing takes you is just like reliving it over and over again. Then when you got to read it to proof it, then when it's just
a
like,
lot.
my gosh.
It's a
So
lot.
I feel good about this version that I have written. It's definitely going to be the one.
Yes.
And I feel like God would be pleased, and I feel like Sean would be pleased. I don't want to ever disappoint me, but I don't want to disappoint God. But I especially don't want to disappoint or disrupt the legacy that my husband has built, because it now falls in the hands of myself and our 3 sons.
Yes.
So just
I love
trying
that.
to
Yo,
be
so
responsible.
What I know for a fact is the audience on the Isaac Carree Show, they locked in. We go support this book. We go
Thank
push
you.
this book.
Thank
we go
you.
make sure that everybody knows, because I went through grief 3 years ago. My mom
Yes,
passed.
I remember.
And I'm telling you, like, the process of grieving, it's so crazy. It's like you said it so eloquently. Like, you can feel like, oh, I'm good. And then out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, I'm straight. And then you'll see something, you'll hear something, or somebody else. It's like, oh, it's too much.
Right.
And it's like there's no correct answer
Yeah.
on how to do it.
Yeah.
It's that you just have to go through it.
Yep.
And so I know this book is gonna bless people. I'm so proud of you
Thank you.
for stepping out on faith
Thank you.
and taking your time to go through using a fine tooth comb to comb through all the
Yeah.
details to make sure my heart, my posture, and everything is right. I'm so proud of you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for doing this.
Oh,
Like
of
you are
course.
literally like an amazing woman. You
Thank
like
you.
from the time I met you, the version that I heard about you versus the version that I
can
got a
only
chance
imagine.
to the version that I got to know personally
Yes.
when y'all were living in LA
Yes.
to Charlotte. It's like, April, you always been solid. You've
Thank you.
always been like, you out the way. You do your thing. You don't bother nobody.
Don't bother
If you come
nobody.
over here, I'm going to tell you how I feel. So if you don't want the
Right.
truth, don't ask me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Me and Shiz be on the phone. We'll call you on the 3-way. Babe, tell them. I'm like, well, Sean, if you did,
Yes.
you've always been just that person. And I'm so happy to see you smiling.
Thank you.
I'm so happy to see you whole. I'm so happy to see your boys got your back.
Yes.
And, I'm here. I don't bother you a lot. We talk once a year.
You don't bother
especially
me. We definitely talk birthday time every year.
every year.
year.
Because
Now
it's like, it's almost like I wake up and like, it's my birthday. And it's April's birthday.
Yes.
Like, you're the only person I know I got to share that day with. And I
Right.
feel like we've been doing this for like so long. So I call you. But thank you.
Thank
you
you.
for supporting me. We're going to support you. Y'all
Absolutely.
make some noise one time for April Daniels.
Thank you.
So doggone good. What's up, fam? Listen, a lot of people love God, but they don't necessarily have a system to grow in God. That's why I'm bringing you this journal. It's called Me, Myself, and God by our executive producer, Danielle. She was telling me, man, sometimes when my study times, my thoughts are all over the place, and I needed somewhere that I can just jot my thoughts down and keep them in a safe space where I can really commune with God in my prayer time. Here's the other thing. One of my favorite characters in the Bible is David. David was cray-cray. David was all over the place. He loved God, he questioned God. He worshiped, he celebrated, but he was just all over the place, right? I think we find ourselves like that sometimes. So when you find yourself needing a safe space, this journal will help you. Write it down. The Bible even says, write the vision and make it plain. This journal will help you do that. Me, Myself, and God by Danielle. It's available on Amazon.com. ICS family, what's going on? Listen, it's season 2 of the Isaac Carree Show, and if you are already a member of our family, I want to say thank you so much. But this season, I'm doing a clarion call for new Patreon members. Come and join this ICS family. Y'all will see the foolishness like this on here. How we set up.
Sit down.
Oh my God. How we set up. The mic moments, the clowning, all the things that we do to make this show so amazing. We want to give you BTS behind the scenes so that you can enjoy, you can laugh, you can do all that. The stories we have this year is going to be absolutely amazing. So right now, go. Don't wait. Go now. The Isaac Carree Show on Patreon. Sign up, become a member of our ICS family. Thank you in advance. It's season 2 of the Isaac Carree Show. Don't you ever do no stupid mess like that again.